everyone, and welcome back to another storytime video. Today I am going to talk about the things that irritate me. This seems like a thing that is somewhat popular, and I thought that I would put my 2 cents into it. So, here is a list of things that irritate me. First on my list, I have people that talk at me and not with me. Now, to elaborate on this point, what I mean by this is that some people will talk at you and not give you a chance to respond and give your input. So it's like they're talking to a brick wall, essentially, because a brick wall doesn't respond and they're not giving you the opportunity to respond. So that's what I mean. And that's irritating. Because if I want to have a conversation with someone, I want to participate in that conversation. Next on my list is cold weather. I don't like cold weather. I enjoy hot weather. My showers are so hot that I joke around that I practice that I'm practicing burning in hell when I die and I get there. But it is now October and it's getting colder and I don't exactly like it. I don't like it. I'd much rather prefer warm weather. Next on my list is fan police in sports. That's word for word what I wrote down on my list. Now, to elaborate on this point, what I mean by this is that whenever people of a fan base, of any fan base, try to say, you're not a real fan unless X thing, unless X. Like, some people will say, unless you go to all the games, or if it's a college, some people will say, unless you, graduate from there or went there for school, or whatnot. In my opinion, if you have any kind of connection to the team, whether it be maybe your favorite celebrity likes that team, even that would be fine with me. Maybe you like a team because you really like lions, so maybe you would be a fan of lions. Like the Detroit Lions. I mean, I feel like as long as people have a legitimate reason like that, then I'm cool with it. I've heard of people liking a team because some people in their family like a team, and that's perfectly fine. I mean, I was born in South Carolina, so that's why I like the South Carolina Gamecocks, and that's why I like the Carolina Panthers in the NFL. Now, I've heard of people liking the Panthers because they like Panthers, or that they like their colors. And that's fine. I have no issues with that. But as long as people consistently like a team and don't just like them because they're good, then that's fine. I'm definitely not one to judge when it comes to stuff like that. So I think fan is short for another word called fanatic, and people fan in different ways, so I respect that. Next on my list is when people don't turn their lights on when it's raining or foggy. Now, this irritates me, particularly because it can really impact safety while driving. Because if it's raining or if it's foggy, I mean, sure, if it's day, you can see stuff as opposed to when it's night. So you can see. However, the issue starts to become when you can't really see other cars on the road. Particularly if you drive a silver or a white car, it is more important for you to turn your lights on when it's raining or when it's foggy or potentially overcast, for God's sake, because of the fact that those two color cars are the hardest to see. But I do feel like it should be the law everywhere that if your wipers are on, your light should also be on as well. But that's just me. Next on my list is when someone thinks they know everything when they really don't know anything. Now, of course, this is irritating for obvious reasons. I don't like it when someone tries to pretend that they know something when they don't. But at the same time, in all reality, they are shining a light on themselves like, hey, I don't know this thing, and I'm going to make it apparent that I don't know this thing. Because I have drawn attention to myself by pretending that I do know about this thing, about thing X, when I don't know about it. And yes, it is irritating, but at the same time, they do that to themselves. So, I mean, if I don't know about something, I am going to say, I don't know about this thing. So, I'm not going to pretend like I do. And if I do know about something, then I don't need to state. But next on my list are spam calls / texts. Now, of course, this is irritating for obvious reasons. But one thing I must point out is if you get a text, an odd text like, hey, we've entered you in a drawing or a giveaway and you want some money, do not click any links. Those links will probably contain some sort of malware. Even if you have an iPhone or an Apple product, which is not that prone to getting viruses, do not click links like that. Do not do it. Next on my list is school food. Now, of course, well, not of course, but I ate school food when I went to school in all the way through high school. Uh, I think I've mentioned before that the college I go to does not have a cafeteria, so I always get something for lunch and bring it back, or I already have stuff maybe in the fridge in our classroom or whatnot. So I don't have to worry about school food in at my college, but I guarantee you that if I did, it would be good food. So I'm mainly talking about through high school. College might be a different deal. I don't know. So I always ate the food, but I didn't like the food. Well, there were some things that I liked. Like, the school I went to in, well, through the 8th grade had pretty good Salisbury steak. I loved Salisbury steak from there. Oh my god. And then in high school, when they had sweet and sour chicken, oh, they had rice and a roll along with that. Oh my god. Everyone loved that day. I think everyone that went to the same high school could pretty much agree with me that that was one of the few, if the only thing, or the only thing. Okay, you guys get what I'm trying to say. It was one of the few things that people actually enjoyed. If not, then it was the only thing people enjoyed. I actually have a story that I need to tell that happened my senior year there in regards to some orange juice that was not. That was just. I'm not gonna spoil it, even though the orange juice was. I need to talk about it for that story time. But yeah, so school food, cheap, not that great, not that healthy at all. Even though they have tried to make it more healthy in recent years, just it's still bad. Or at least when I went to school and ate school food. Well, I still go to school, but when I actually had school food, uh, okay, moving on. Next on my list are mustache hairs that grow over people's lips. Oh my god, this one is just irritating to me because first off, I don't feel like anyone's mustache hairs should grow over their lips as long as they can help it. And it's distracting to me because if I'm face to face with you, looking at you in the eye, and I see that you have unkempt mustache hairs that are growing over your lip for God knows whatever reason, I have a tendency to get distracted by said mustache hairs, and then it is hard to hear what the heck the other person is saying. It's like the equivalent of seeing a mole on someone's face. You can't look away, and it's distracting as hell. Alright. Next on my list are mullets. Now, I don't know if this will be controversial or not, but mullets do annoy me. Why? Why are mullets coming back in style? Uh, Mullets are, in a sense, hair that guys think are kind of long, but not. It's not that long. I mean, I had a ponytail for 3 years, 2.5, 3 years. When I was in high school and just out of high school, before I cut it. But it's uh, it's just too long to be considered short hair, and it's too short to be considered long hair. I mean, why? It's just extra hair that you have to wash that doesn't look that good. I don't understand it. But oh well, someone's probably gonna have a problem with that. Next on my list is when people announce that they're not going to watch or listen to something anymore. So this, I see this semi often where people are like, oh, I'm not gonna watch sports anymore, or I'm not gonna watch X or Y or Z, and I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, uh, did anyone really care while you were actually watching or consuming X, Y, and Z? Because I'm sure nobody cares that you're not going to do that. I mean, that would be like the equivalent of my teacher at the beginning of school going, hey class, we're not going to learn about these things. I'd be like, I don't care. I just want to learn about the things we're going to learn about. It's like the teacher going, hey, well, we're not going to. Well, just as I said, it's like, it would also be like, you and your significant other, if you have one, waking up every morning and them telling you, or you telling them, hey, I'm not going to do these things anymore. What's the point? What is the point in that? You have wasted a lot more time telling people that you're not going to do that instead of actually doing something that you actually do that could be a lot more productive. I don't care that you're not doing this thing or that thing. And yes, you could make the argument that I somewhat care because I'm talking about it here today, but I would counter with saying that if these people are not aware that people like myself don't care, they will continue to say it. So, next on my list is flavored water. I don't understand flavored water. Why? Like, in my mind, can you not just drink water? I mean, I'm sure someone's gonna be like, oh, well, in this special circumstance, I don't care. Like, it's like, oh, water tastes bland to me. Water's supposed to have a taste? I didn't think water was supposed to have a taste. Why does water need a taste? Water is great. I think that there are quite a few people that don't drink enough of it. I get that flavored water could very well help people drink more water that don't drink enough water. But at the same time, does water have to be flavored for God's sake? I mean, and by the way, flavored water can encompass water that has been flavored with one of those Mio packets or whatnot, or it can come infused already, so you wouldn't need to add anything to it. But really, why would water need to be flavored? Last thing on my list is drink sizes in America at fast food restaurants. Now, here in America at fast food restaurants, it seems like a large is a gallon. I get that it's not actually a gallon, or it might be, I haven't measured, but it just seems like a large is a gallon. Like, unless you're a trucker, why do you need that much soda at one given time? It's like, oh, I'm gonna drink a gallon of soda at one time, or a gallon of drink. Well, I don't particularly have a problem with that. The reason why I have a major problem with this is, think about it. A lot of the drink and soda options, well, a lot of the drink options at these fast food restaurants are soda. And of the soda options you have, a lot of them are not diet. So, because they are not diet, a lot of those choices have a lot of sugar in them. Now, may I pose the question? Why does one person need that much freaking sugar at one given time? I mean, holy crap. Why? Why does someone need that much sugar in one drink at one time, when that person has probably consumed a whole bunch more sugar throughout the day? I mean, for God's sake, the human body does not need, well, it hardly needs any sugar to function, if any. So, why does the human body need that much sugar? Short answer, it does not. So, I don't understand why some people, put that much sugar into their body at one given time. It makes no sense to me. I mean, a few months ago, I have pretty much cut out all the sugar in my life. And I have lost some weight as a result, and I feel a little bit better as a result. I think that's part of the reason why America's so freaking obese as a whole. I mean, that's not 100% the reason. I'm not trying to pin it all on sugar, but if drink sizes in America were like that in European countries, the obesity rate wouldn't be as high. Maybe it wouldn't go down as much as I'm trying to, or implying, but it would go down a bit. It would not be as high as it is. And if we made the drink sizes smaller and replaced everything with diet, then we would really be talking about a difference. Well, a bigger difference than just the smaller drink sizes. But, yeah. You know what also irritates me? Is when people make lists about the things that irritate them. Like they believe other people will care. Like, really? A lot of people don't care about the things that irritate you. And you just feel like you have to get it out there, don't you? Well, there's enough negativity out there without you telling people what irritates you. And also lists. Lists kinda irritate me as well. But yes, so, that's a list of the things that irritate me. I may or may not make another one in the future. I don't know. I try to be a very positive person in life. So those are all the things that I could think of that irritate me over the span of a few weeks. But yeah. And see us, guys. I do believe that will do it for this storytime video. And next storytime video, I will see you later. Goodbye, guys. Thank you all for watching.